Howdy folks, we're going to be tearing this starter apart. Now if you've watched how we pull a starter out of a 6.2 diesel, then you know what the heck this came out of. This came out of 6.2 liter Detroit diesel that's in an 84 GMC Sierra. Now, what we're going to need for this project is we're going to need some sort of penetrant or what have you. We're going to need a solvent. I just chose carb cleaner. You could go with brake clean. And we're going to hit the drive gear with some rust protectant. Now, this is a gear reduction starter. From what I've been told, this is a gear reduction starter. So, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be cleaning up the gearbox, and that means we're going to need grease. Now, I chose Ford Moly fortified grease because it's a real thin grease that is not prone to thicken up in cold temperatures, so it'll be perfect for this application. I know some people are going to ask, why didn't I use high temp? Big reason I don't want to use high temp is for the fact that in a way this really doesn't get hot enough during the cranking cycles to warrant having high temp grease, where the Moly will be a better choice for this. Now, you don't have to use a Ford grease. Just find a nice Moly grease, a nice thin Moly type grease is what I would recommend for something along these lines. If you folks know any other greases that may work, put it down in the comments. But this is just kind of what I spec'd out for lubrication purposes. Now, let me start getting some stuff off the table. Because we're going to need a socket set, decent socket set, something to jump the starter. Wrench set, and an assortment of ratchets. That's it. Pick set, because once we get into the back cap here and we start messing around with the brushes, we're going to need that. Now, you're going to need something to drink, of course. Sandpaper, different grits, different assortments. Get yourself some strips. Emery cloth's nice. Now, you're going to need a lot of paper towels. And I'm talking a lot of paper towels, so yeah, you might as well just go get a bag of paper towels. So, because this, I know, is going to be a long video, so yay! Let's begin. Now, as you folks know that have watched the other video, we have taken the back cap off this. This has somewhat been apart before. Now, one thing I totally forgot to tell you folks that we're going to need that I didn't grab. We're going to need a screwdriver set. More specifically, we're going to need a number 2 Phillips for the back cap here. So, now, this is going to be a complete teardown, so if you don't mind just skipping around on the video, go for it. But this starter is big. I mean, we're talking well over a foot long. So, yeah, they don't make starters this big for gas motors that often, so yay. We're gonna be trying out the new Craftsman set. These sockets fit in there pretty tight. Now, yeah, butterfingers today. I don't know if you folks ever get that syndrome, but I do. So, you're probably asking yourself, why are we even tearing this thing apart? Well, this has got so much carbon in it that even with 2,000 amps of power behind this thing, it's barely cranking the motor over. And that's where we're also going to be testing things, because we do have a DMM over here. Ugh. Plastic hammer. That's why you need tools, folks. So, I mean, look at that. That's all carbon. Carbon from brushes, carbon from wherever. So, yeah, and I mean, that's just pure carbon. So, hopefully we can take this apart and revive this, because really like to get my buddy's truck running, so I'd really like to get Mike's truck going for him, especially since he's driving a vehicle that's already been in an accident 11 times. Ew, did I just say that? Yeah. Well, what bloomin' size are these for the gearbox, folks? 8. So, and I have to be doing this on the most wobbly table in the world, so forgive me. That's an 8, so let's pop up 8. I want to get this done. I'm also kind of making this as a video diary of how to put this thing back together, so what size was the back half here? 13. Yep. Gotta be pulling this apart. Now don't lose your hardware, and make sure that you've got somewhere to put it where it ain't gonna get lost. So now and make sure that when you're pulling bolts out that you're checking them against ones that are on the other side, because they can be different. Just warning you folks that I've seen that before. So you gotta remember which ones go where. Yeah, see, this is from the one side, this one's from the other. I mean, they're two different sizes, and I bet you I could put this bolt in and it'd thread 3/4 of the way down. Yeah, so let's see, can we crack the baby apart? Whoa! Well, wow, that's not much of a gear reduction set in there. Because, whoa, why don't I just set that off to the side? Because there's the pinion gear on the motor. Whoa, these bearings are toasted. I did not realize that. Whoa. Yep, so yeah, not much for gear reduction. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, these bearings are toast. Oh, especially that one. And the commutator bars. Whoa. Look at all that garbage right in there. Now, we're going to clean this up the best we can. We're going to see if that helps this. But I'm going to have to call Mike and tell him that he's got 2 bad bearings in this thing. And I'll have to see if I can't get the numbers off of these, because sometimes Amazon to the rescue, you can get new bearings, because yeah, 6200 RS, yeah, and yeah, I've seen that bearing on Amazon. Might even be able to get it at the local auto parts store. 6300 RS. So we're going to clean this up, get sandpaper going here, and look at all that coked up carbon. I mean, wow. So, what we got going on here is what originally was going to be just a clean may just have to be a rebearing. So, I might have to make a part 2 for you folks. So, where I'm putting this thing together. Now, let's see. Let's find some sandpaper. Okay, 280 grit. Some, get it down to bright, shiny metal. Now, for some people, they don't like this, but here to tell you, it's probably the only way to get it to actually come back to life. So, that and what they do in the reman factories in Mexico. Oh. Yeah, it's nice, shiny. Bit of carb cleaner. I mean, you folks can see it on the paper towel that we are pulling. Lots of carbon out of that copper, which is not a good thing, because the copper should not be impregnated with carbon. So, I'd have to run out to the Farm and Fleet stores to find new bearings, but yeah. Now, the fun part is that I don't have a bearing splitter, so One thing I don't own. Oh my god, Chris doesn't own every tool in the world? Yeah, sorry folks. So, beautiful, right? And yeah, that bearing's cogging. I don't know if you folks can see it. And this one completely shot. So, well, we will clean up what we can. Whoa. But you can already see that the carbon's probably already gotten in everywhere. And it wouldn't surprise me if that's why the bearings hooks are shot. So well, you know what? I'm just going to end it here, folks. We'll put this down as 6.2 liter starter disassembly, and I thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll actually be putting out another one here shortly, so just like I said, get most of this gunk out of this housing. And what we're going to do is we're going to come in here with the emery paper and do the same thing. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the reassembly of this, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.